It's the NFL on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Los Angeles Rams and the New York Jets. All that and more coming up next.
Let's go, fellas.
That's an afternoon probably best suited for skating in Central Park, but we're across the river, and we are in for a cold one at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And, partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
Here's the rookie from Stanford, Joshua Carney, to get us started. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here come the Jets to take over. Led at quarterback by a man back to full health in season number 20 now, and his second one in New York, and that's Aaron Rodgers.
There have been very few quarterbacks in the NFL who have been as consistent throughout their career as Aaron Rodgers. He's been good for so long, and we've seen no decline in his skills. His accuracy and arm strength continue to elevate the talent around him, and his in-game mistakes, few and far between.
First play and a first throw for Rodgers. And his first look is incomplete.
We have to see what kind of looks this defense is going to throw at him as this game moves along, but they're in a zone to start. I do think we'll see plenty of man coverage as we move along, but the first throw of this one, incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Rodgers now to throw. And that is incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
On 4th down, here's the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt for the Jets. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. The LA offense going to go to work for the first time, and it is the veteran Matthew Stafford at the helm in his 16th NFL season and 4th with the Rams.
And Matthew Stafford was taken first overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick. Throughout his career, he's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Will McDonald gets in there to take him down. Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Stafford. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing is Stafford. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Will McDonald, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. They'll make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Here comes the Rams punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
2nd and 10. Hall ought to give up the middle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead them to 4th down. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Now Stafford. That's to the second-year man, Puka Nacua. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Two yards to go, 2nd down. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Demarcus Robinson, the intended target on that one. And it's 3rd down and 2. Now Stafford. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Kyron Williams, 76 yards. And the Rams are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Now for the point after. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And New York set to take the field. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Now Hall to start the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd down and 6. Here's Rodgers to throw. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
This 2nd and 4. Straight ahead is Hall. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
On play action, now Rodgers. This pass out wide to Hall. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Now Rodgers. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Back to the ground with Hall. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now a 2nd and 6. Hall again. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Can we just take that run and turn it into a kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Now it's Rodgers. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Throwing is Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. To throw is Rodgers. He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch, and the Jets are an extra point away from drawing level. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Anders Carlson now for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that one a long 11-play drive. And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Rams offense and running back Kyron Williams getting ready for their next possession. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Really good stop there by the end in this 4-3 defense.
Yeah, not just pass rushers anymore, are they? Those guys can use their hands, control the point of attack, shed those blockers, and go get those ball carriers.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. 39 yards. 7-7, our score after 1. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Stafford. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Will McDonald able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. To throw is Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Now it's Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Stafford. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Demarcus Robinson from 10 yards out. And the Rams have taken the lead.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. A beautiful fake. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. And New York set to take the field. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down and 1. They'll go again with Hall. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 47 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Rodgers. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. Throwing now is Rodgers.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
Well, he left no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there was no way that ball was going to be caught.
The Jets on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Rodgers going to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Rams offense and Matthew Stafford heading back out. He's thrown touchdown passes on his last 2 drives as he begins here, 1st and 10.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7.
Here's Stafford.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
Now they'll send Kupp in motion right.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Here's 2nd and 10. That one taken in by Whittington.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. The tackle by Quincy Williams.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. Here's Stafford. He's got it to Williams. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Play action. Stafford. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Make that now 3 first-half touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford.
And the Rams go up by 2 touchdowns.
This is where, as a tight end, you've got to really sell that this is a run. They're going to fake the give, hope the linebackers bite, and here they do just enough. That split second, that's all it takes for that tight end to leak out into the end zone. Touchdown.
Extra point attempt here still to come. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over.
Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Yeah, get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
66 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Rodgers now to throw. Open man here is Conklin. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Wilson's got it complete. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Here's Rodgers to throw.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Rams offense and Matthew Stafford set to take over once again. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Throwing is Stafford. It's complete to Williams. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. From the gun, here's Stafford.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Back to throw, Stafford. Now that'll be caught by Cup. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Second and a couple.
Off of play action, here's Stafford.
A quick throw there is incomplete. Demarcus Robinson, the intended target on that one.
And it's 3rd down and 2. Stafford now to throw. And that is incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
The Jets taking over again. Breece Hall making his way out with the offense. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, You would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Now a 2nd and 2.
To throw is Stafford.
Throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson.
And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
This one swung out to Williams.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Again, it's Stafford. The quick slant caught.
And the Rams are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Williams will score. Touchdown, L.A.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Point after here coming up. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it was capped off by the Kyren Williams touchdown run.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10.
At about the 32.
He'll give it to Hall to start the drive.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
73 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now if you want to take a shot on second down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
Hall again on second down.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Here's Rodgers.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They'll give to Hall.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New York. Here's Smith to return it. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
L.A. readies for its next possession. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
Now Stafford. It's complete to Robinson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Now Stafford.
Screen play set up for Williams.
And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively. And the key to any screen play is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle him for just a short gain.
Here comes the Rams punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Taken from just outside the 30.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
The Jets offense and Breece Hall headed out onto the field. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Gain of 9 that time on the scramble, 1 yard shy of the marker, and it brings up 4th.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Trying to lay one up deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20.
40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
In every game, teams are looking for that momentum shift, and that run there, the offense feels like, hey, maybe we can get something going, but defensively, they've slowed them down the entire game. They don't want to turn into more. They're going to try and figure out a way to take it back on this next play.
Out of the gun, Stafford.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Stafford to his #1 guy Cup for a Los Angeles first.
We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
Here's Stafford.
He'll get that complete to Parkinson. And he will cover up as he's touched down after a short gain.
The Rams on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 9. Up the middle, it's Williams. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's a net of 40 there. Punt of 48 and a return of 8.
And the Jets will take over.
And New York set to take the field.
Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10
at their own 27. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Caught by Wilson. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Rodgers.
That one taken in by Corley.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Now Rodgers.
Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Rodgers to throw once more. To Allen on the dump off. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. Rodgers now to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handing it to the fullback.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
Byron Young, the one who got in and finished that play off.
Well, obviously the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play, but the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit too. Denied open windows, erased the quarterback's targets one by one. Everywhere he looked, someone was covered. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw, it's Rodgers.
This completes a Corley.
It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Here's Rodgers to throw.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Garrett Wilson.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Now Carlson for the extra point.
And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. LA set to take over again on offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At their own 24. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Now that'll be caught by Kupp. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's Williams on the catch. And he is going to lose yardage here. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not 1 bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
Here comes the Rams punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken right at the 35. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Here's Rodgers.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it, or maybe change what they do on offense.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. Rodgers going to throw.
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
Now Rodgers.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And again, it's Rodgers.
He finds Wilson.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Shotgun now for Rodgers.
Throw right side, Wilson. And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here.
Now 1st and goal.
They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score.
And that went to the right side and incomplete.
The nice thing is that you've still got all your timeouts, so the middle of the field, that should still be an option, especially if you see the defenders pinching the sideline. You can run a little seam route right here and pick up some nice yardage.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Rodgers again now. This is caught.
Third and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. Rodgers to throw. And this is caught. So they took a chance, but they are back within a single point here in the 4th. So the deficit now 3 after the huge conversion, but they need to get the football back.
So this is where special teams really comes into play, because getting the ball back, it starts with this next kickoff. How do they get downfield? Either jar it loose or get the ball back themselves. That's going to be key for them.
So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all of their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he is going to have a Rams first down, and that should be the one that finishes this game off.
The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And they'll indeed take a knee. Stafford down to a knee, and with it, he's going to ensure his guys a victory. Well, taking that knee, maybe just a sigh of relief. They withstood a big fourth-quarter comeback. Able to hold on, though.
Certainly looked like they had things going their way, didn't it? In the fourth quarter, they had to just hold on. As you said, furious assault on them, but they were able to get it done, take a knee, and head to the locker room with a win.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6.
So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high-flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did. And just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we sign off from MetLife Stadium.